Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Seyma, an ASHA-certified audiologist and the author of the ebook Living with Tinnitus. I have an upcoming free ebook promotion on Amazon. If you're interested in diving deeper into living with tinnitus, I'll leave the link in the description below. Today we're diving into a topic that affects millions of people worldwide: tinnitus. If you watch until the end, you'll discover some crucial habits to avoid that can help manage your tinnitus effectively. So what exactly is tinnitus? It's that ringing, buzzing, or hissing sound that you hear, often without any external source. For many, it can be a constant companion, fluctuating in intensity, and often becoming more noticeable during quiet times, like when you're trying to sleep. But before we get into the stop doing these part, let's understand what exacerbates tinnitus. One of the biggest enemies of tinnitus is stress. Tinnitus is incredibly reactive to stress levels, which can spike after a long day, especially right before bedtime. This is when your mind begins to race, and the quiet can amplify your awareness of tinnitus. To combat this, it's essential to take time to calm your body and mind at the end of the day. This could be through activities like yoga, journaling, or even enjoying a few rows of a crocheting project. My personal favorite: avoid high-stress activities right before bed, like watching the news or intense video games. Instead, create a peaceful evening routine. Another major factor that can worsen your tinnitus is sleep deprivation or insomnia. The quiet of your bedroom can make your tinnitus feel more pronounced. If you start to spiral into anxiety about not being able to sleep, it can create a vicious cycle. Tinnitus makes you anxious, and anxiety makes your tinnitus worse. To help, try to avoid caffeine during the day, as it can disrupt your sleep patterns. Incorporate calming activities before bed, like reading a book instead of scrolling through your phone. Trust me, your ears will thank you. Next up, let's talk about loud noises. If you're undergoing tinnitus treatment, avoid loud concerts and environments. If you must go, don't forget your earplugs. Protecting your ears is crucial. I recommend filtered earplugs that reduce volume but still allow you to hear sounds around you. This way, you can enjoy the music while protecting your ears. If you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon to stay updated with more essential tips on hearing health. Your support helps the channel grow and allows this valuable content to reach and assist more people in need. Now let's get into some specific habits to avoid. 1. Over-researching. Stop doing endless Google searches about tinnitus. It can lead to unnecessary anxiety and comparisons with others. Constantly Googling information about tinnitus can become a habit that actually worsens your experience. While it's natural to want answers and solutions, over-researching often leads to information overload, conflicting advice, and exposure to worst-case scenarios. This can create unnecessary anxiety and make you hyper-focused on your tinnitus. Remember, every person's experience with tinnitus is unique, so comparing your situation to other stories online may not be helpful and could even heighten your stress. Instead, stick to trusted sources, consult professionals, and focus on proven management techniques. 2. Alcohol. Alcohol might seem like a quick fix, but it can worsen your tinnitus. Alcohol dilates blood vessels, increasing blood flow to the inner ear, which can intensify sounds. 3. Nicotine. Smoking or using nicotine products is another culprit. It constricts blood vessels, reducing blood flow to the ears and making tinnitus louder. 4. Excessive caffeine. While we all love our coffee, too much caffeine can heighten your perception of tinnitus. We drink coffee in the morning to help us wake up and focus on things. But when we consume it too much, then it helps us to focus on our tinnitus, which we don't want to hear. So moderation is key. I encourage you to keep a tinnitus journal. Document the days when your tinnitus is particularly bothersome and look for patterns. Are there specific foods, drinks, or activities that seem to correlate with your symptoms? This can help you identify triggers and manage your tinnitus better. I have created a tinnitus tracker where you can track your tinnitus triggers and see what management strategy works best for you. You can check that out in the description below if you are interested in. Remember, while there is no one-size-fits-all solution for tinnitus, avoiding these habits can significantly improve your experience. Sometimes these habits may be part of a cycle that you need to break to get relief from tinnitus. For many people, tinnitus is not just about the ringing or buzzing in their ears. It's tied to a pattern of behaviors and triggers that feed into each other, creating what feels like an endless loop. Let's break this down and look at how it can happen. For instance, stress is a major trigger for tinnitus. It heightens your awareness of the sound and makes it feel more intense. When stress levels rise, they can interfere with your ability to get a good night's sleep. And as we all know, when you don't sleep well, your body and mind are less equipped to handle the challenges of the day. That's often when many people turn to caffeine to stay awake and focused. While caffeine might seem like a quick fix, too much of it can actually heighten your perception of tinnitus. And here's the tricky part, caffeine can also disrupt your ability to fall asleep later. So, you're left lying in bed at night, the quiet amplifying the ringing in your ears, and the stress starts all over again. Imagine this cycle. Stress from daily life triggers your tinnitus, making it louder and harder to ignore. That stress leads to poor sleep, which further exacerbates your tinnitus. To make it through the next day, you reach for that extra cup of coffee, which then makes it harder to relax and fall asleep again. Over time, this pattern can feel like a trap, a vicious cycle that's tough to break. Breaking this cycle of stress, poor sleep, and caffeine dependency may not be an overnight fix, but each step you take will bring you closer to relief. And as you begin to address these factors, you'll likely notice that your tinnitus feels less intrusive and more manageable. Remember, every small change adds up, and with time and consistency, you can regain control over your tinnitus and improve your overall quality of life. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be kind to your ears.